Literally all the black people got fired within a week span.
I need a doctor visit. Tell me, doctor, am I really sick? He said I'm showing characteristics of being a snobby bitch. Yeah, I'm a poppin' bitch and I know it.
Everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time for you guys. This is, I got crumbs on my mouth because I was eating cookies. This is my first ever story time video, so if it's all over the place, my bad. Like, I don't really know how to do a story time the proper way, I guess. But before I get started with this video, I'd appreciate it if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the post notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. Alright, y'all. So this story took place in like 2017. Yeah, 2017. So, you know, I had worked at Burger King before. So I worked at Burger King when I was like 16, so like summer 16. I also worked at Burger King, but I quit because I was cheerleading and was at a fundraiser or something like that. We were raising money and then they called me. They're like, "You're supposed to work today." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And they're like, "Yes, you are." There was like this big fat lady. I didn't even know her name, but she's like, "You're supposed to work today." And I'm like, "No, I'm not supposed to work today." She's like, "Yes, you are." And I'm like, "I got a picture of the schedule. I was not supposed to work today." She was like, "Well, if you don't come in, then you don't have a job." And I was like, then I guess I don't have a job because I'm not coming in. Like, that's one thing I hate about managers. They try to like give you ultimatums. Like, sis, I'm 16. I don't need this job. Like, I'm not gonna die without this job. You gonna die without this job. This is your main source of income. Like, I don't need this. I don't need none of this. So back to the story I'm talking about me getting fired by a racist. So I gotta change up some of the names in this story because if not, like, it's gonna be drama. So I was working there, everything was great, everything was cool, but one of our managers, I'm gonna call her lady, our manager lady got fired because she was giving us free food, and you know, she wasn't really doing her job. She was giving us positions that we didn't really have. Like, I was a, like, what did she call me, a runner? So basically what she had me doing, she was like this really nice black lady. Basically what she had me doing was walk around and just make sure everything's cool, like, and help out where you can. So I knew how to do drive-thru, I knew how to do kitchen, I knew how to do basically everything. So I was basically just walking around and making sure everyone was doing what they were doing, knowing that wasn't supposed to be my job. Like, I was supposed to have a set job. Like, that's not what we're supposed to do. But she would basically sit in the office and eat, and she would let us eat. She let us eat at the drive-thru. She let us eat like behind the we had like a wall right here. She would let us eat behind there. She would just give us free food, and when we left we could have free food and all that. But my manager lady got fired. But those be the best managers, the managers that let you do what you want. Like, y'all really will get some work done because you can do whatever you want, so you're not stressed out. But back to the story. So we got a new lady, and I'm gonna call her Chrissy. Yeah, Chrissy. So Chrissy comes in and she's all nice and she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be working with y'all, happy to be on the team, like, I can't wait to like interact and meet with y'all and this that." This hoe was acting so nice. She brought us donuts and everything. So me and all my like work group friends, we was like, "Oh, like, Chrissy lit, like, we love her, like, she's so nice, she cool." So the first few weeks of her being a manager, she didn't work with herself. So we had another manager, and she was just kind of learning the ropes, trying to figure out how to, you know, be a manager, I guess, or whatever, because she never had been a manager at Burger King before. I don't know why they hire people who haven't been managers before when they could literally just hire the employees that they already have to be a manager, since they already know the ropes of the store. But hey, I'm not the hiring manager. I don't work at Burger King. Maybe I don't know the rules. Maybe you can't do that. So she's all nice. She's learning how to do her job. She, you know, speaking to everyone like, "Oh, what's your name? Like, nice to meet you. Da 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 da." She lets us get like fries here and there. Like, my manager lady was letting us take full-blown meals. Like, you can go back there, you can make a salad, you can make a Whopper, you can make some fries, you can make some onion rings from scratch, you can do everything you want, take a whole meal home to your family. Like, I was bringing full bags of food home. But the new lady, Chrissy, she like was like, oh, you guys can get like little stuff, you can get like fries and stuff like that. Like, oh, I don't want no fries, I want a meal, I'm hungry, I've been working all day, like, I'm working for y'all, feed me. So the one day I come into work and everyone has an attitude. I'm like, oh, yo, like, what's going on? What's wrong with y'all? Like, usually we'd be hyped. They're like, we don't like Chrissy. I'm like, what? What happened? Like, why don't y'all like Chrissy? It's like, she acting weird. Like, she being mean. I'm like, being mean? Like, what do you mean? So I worked with this lady. She was a real nice lady too. And I'm gonna call her Tasha. So Tasha was like a real, like, loud, like, I don't want to say ghetto because she's not ghetto. She was like a real loud lady. Like, she was there to say her opinion. Like, she didn't care what nobody thought. So the girl Tasha and Chrissy had got in an argument. She was like, you can go ahead and go, for real. I was like, she said that. She's like, yeah, she said that. I was like, oh. What'd she say? She was like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, okay. Okay. So basically we all kind of settled on the fact of like, oh, like, they don't like her. Like, and my crew at Burger King was petty. Like, if we didn't like you, I don't care if you was a manager or an employee, like, you was gonna know. We would all just be like, you come up and try to talk to us, we'd be like. So after that initial argument, everything went downhill. She started being rude. She started being mean to everybody, telling everybody what to do. I mean, she's a manager. That's her job, to tell everybody what to do. But not rudely. Like, you can tell everybody what to do in a nice way. So she started acting like she don't know people's names. Like, okay, my name kind of hard. I ain't even gonna flex. But when she was being all nice and stuff, she was definitely saying my name right. So I feel like she was saying my name wrong on purpose to try and be funny. So she was like, Nazira, Naja, Nazia. I was like, you know my name. You know my name. So she started just being straight up rude. And this is where all the, like, racist stuff comes in, right? So my friend at the time at Burger King, I'm gonna call him Devon. That's what I'm gonna call him. He's the one who helped me get the job in the first place. I come back to work one day and he was on the schedule, but he wasn't there. So I'm like, where Devon at, y'all? Where he at? He coming later? Is he running late? He ain't got to run. They're like, oh, no, he got fired today. I was like, he got fired? And keep in mind, he been working there longer than I've been working there. So him getting fired was like, what? Like, I was astonished. I was like, why? They were like, he was the only person working back there. And Chrissy was yelling at him and just being rude and saying a whole bunch of mean things or whatever. So she went and she got in his face and was going off on him. It was calling him lazy, all types of stuff like that. So he went off on her. He cussed her out. He didn't put his hands on her or anything, but he cussed her out. So then his mom was coming to get him. Then his mom came in there and said something to her, but they were like, she wasn't even like hyped up. Like, she was literally just trying to talk to her. She was like, they were like, Chrissy got mad, called the police, and said that they were in there trying to assault her. Ain't nobody put their hands on that lady. Ain't nobody try to put their hands on that lady. And this is gonna tie into the story a little bit later. But yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, there's a black guy in here, and his mom, and they're trying to assault me, and da 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 da. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, she was like, there's a black guy in here that works here, and he's trying to assault me. I said, oh, okay. Like, that's crazy, but you know, I hope like he, you know, can find work somewhere else. Keep in mind, he was literally banned from the Burger King. Like, he could not come back at all. So fast forward a little bit, there's a rumor going around our store that the owner of the store, I'm gonna call him Jim, that Jim wants to whiten up the place, and the girl Tasha is the one who heard it. So Jim was like, oh, we're in Salem. Like, Salem is like kind of like white people, I guess you could say. Like, oh, we're in Salem. We need some more white people, some more white faces in here. So it's too much color in here. Like, there's too many black people in this Burger King. Because keep in mind, our whole crew was black. Except for, like, Chrissy. This one white boy, he was a crackhead, though. And... and I think that's it. Wait, no. And we had another manager. He was this weird dude. And he was white, too. But our whole crew, like, the worker-wise, versus, like, other than managers, were all black people. Like brown people. There's a rumor going around like, oh yeah, we need to whiten up the place, blah 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 blah. Tasha said she heard that, but of course not everybody believed that, because it's like nobody would say that out loud, or so you would think. Nobody would say that out loud. So then I had a vacation planned the upcoming weekend. And when we do schedules, we do the schedules a week in advance. So I came in the office to talk to Chrissy on Thursday. Our pay period actually ended on Thursday. So she was making the schedule like as I was like, you know, saying it or whatever. So I was like, oh, I need next weekend off. Like, I'm going to tell my mom I won't be here. She's like, oh, we make the schedules 2 weeks in advance now. I can't take you off. I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about 2 weeks in advance? We make the schedules weekly. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, I'm changing it and we're making it 2 weeks, every 2 weeks now. I was like, okay, well, I didn't know that. So can I have my weekend off because I'm not going to be here? And plus, you also have me working literally every single day this week. When I saw on the schedule what she had for the 2 weeks, she had me working literally 7 days straight. 7 or... no, actually, I think she had me like 8 or 9 days straight working. But keep in mind, I was a part-time worker because I was still in high school. So I was working part-time. I wasn't supposed to be working long hours, but she literally had me working long hours 8 days straight. I'm like, but I can't get my weekend off that I'm requesting off. She's like, no, and if you don't show up, you won't have a job. Y'all know how I feel about that. I hate when people give me ultimatums like, if you don't da-da-da-da-da, because that'll make me quit that quick. But I was like, you know what? I ain't even finna argue with her. I'm just gonna have my mom come in here and tell her, like, you know, she needs the weekend off. Like, she's not lying. Like, she really needs the weekend off. We're not gonna be here. So my mom comes in that night when I get off, because she comes to pick me up because I wasn't driving. She comes to pick me up and she's like, you know, oh, Nazai's gonna need the weekend off. We're going out of town. Da, da, da. She's like, I don't care. We're like, what? She was like, I don't care. We make the schedule 2 weeks in advance now. That's just how it is. And if she doesn't show up, she won't have a job. Like, she is spazzing. I'm like, I know you ain't spazzing on my mom. So my mom's sitting there like, so my mom cussed the lady out because one thing, listen, 2 people ain't finna cuss out me or my mama. Those 2 people does not cuss out a bull, because you're gonna get cussed back out of it. It's just that simple. Like, that's just how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna cuss this lady out. So this lady is mad. Keep in mind, I'm scheduled to work the next day. So the next day, I come into work, you know, just doing whatever. And she comes up to me and she's like, why are you here? I'm like, the schedule say I work today. I thought when the schedule say you work, you come into work. I thought that's how it worked, but maybe I'm wrong. She's like, after last night, I put in to Tom, what did I say his name was? Tom? Is that what I said? Whatever. I put in to Tom and told him that you needed time off until you become more available. This hoe took me off the schedule for 2 weeks, which anybody who knows when you have a job, you're off the schedule for 2 weeks, you're fired. So she basically fired me because my mom cussed her out because she was being rude. Like, my mom cussing you out don't have nothing to do with me, because my mom was cussing you out and I didn't even say nothing. Like, I just left. So she's like, until your schedule becomes more available. I was like, I am available. I'm just not available this weekend. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I come to work every single day that I'm scheduled. Like, and even, like, today. Like, right, instead of taking me off for the next 2 weeks and not having help for 2 weeks, you could have took me off the schedule for that one weekend I wasn't going to be here, where y'all had people scheduled anyway. Right? That's what I thought. So, I'm like, okay, give me Tom's number, please. She's like, it's in the office. So keep in mind, I already put my stuff down in the office. Put my charger down, put my keys down, everything, because I caught her when I was walking out of the office, and she was like, why are you here? So, you know, I left. I went to go back out to tell my mom before she left, because I'm not driving, so I have to go tell somebody, like, before my ride leaves, like, I don't have a job anymore, like, I'm coming back out, I have to get my stuff. Go out there and tell my mom, like, oh, I'm fired, I have to go get my stuff, whatever. So then my mom and my dad come in to make sure, like, I can get my stuff without it being a problem, because they know how this lady is. Like, she's racist, she's weird, she's, like, mean for no reason, because the higher up manager told her to get rid of all the black people anyway, so she's just being rude to us, because, like, I don't care about y'all. So I go out to tell my mom, come back in. They come in with me. They're standing there. I'm walking to the back to go get my things. She's like, you need to leave the premises right now. I'm getting my stuff. I'm like, I can leave whenever I want to. At this point, I'm mad. This lady is bucking up on me. She literally is in my face, like, bucking up on me, like, you need to leave the premises right. You need to get out of here. Da, 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 da. So my dad is sitting at the counter. He like,
don't talk to my daughter like that. Don't yell at my daughter.
Da 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 da. You a grown woman. My daughter's 16. Why are you bucking up on her? Blah 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 blah. Just going ham on her. This lady, when I say she looked shook, because she didn't know that was my dad. She didn't know what, like, my dad looked like. She knew what my mom looked like. So she didn't know that was my dad. So she was like, hold on, wait. I don't have an extra phone. She was like, and then she ran to the back and she was like,
hello, police. There's a black man in here and he's trying to fight me. Like, he's trying to beat me up, and his daughter's trying to beat me uptown.
Like, really just lying on the phone. She said that we are assaulting her. So then she comes back and she's like on the phone lying. And my dad's like, ain't nobody trying to touch you. Da, 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 da. And this lady starts crying. I kid you not. This woman starts crying. So my mom starts cussing her out, like, what are you crying for? Like, you are really crazy. Like, you're a psychopath. Like, you're crazy for real. So all the other people in the store, we embarrassing ourselves in Burger King. I had to go back there, get my stuff, come back around the counter. Like, then, like, you know, I got to try to look sad, so I look like the victim too. I'm sitting there like, like, looking crazy. So all these people in Burger King looking at us like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? All the, like, co-workers looking at us like. So she calls the police. And we was in Salem, so them police got there quick. Like, if we would have been at Burger King, like, on Melrose or something, they wouldn't have they wouldn't have came. Like, so police came like, yeah, we was trying to get in the car. We were trying to leave. So me and my family is in my car. And they pull up to us and they're like, so about the car, can we ask you a few questions? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, whatever is the problem. So, you know, they write down what happened and this is that. But of course they believe her. Like, oh, we tried to assault her or whatever. So, like, you're barred from Burger King. You can never come back here. The next time you come back here, you will get arrested. I said, okay. Listen, this food ain't even that good, number one. But number two, I don't know, but I don't care. Like, whoa, I'm barred. Oh, ooh, my feelings are so hurt. So then a few weeks later, I found out, because I have friends that actually work there. Literally all the black people got fired within a week span. Everybody. And I was barred from the Burger King, but I ended up going back to the Burger King anyway, because, like, thug life, I do what I want. I ended up going back to the Burger King anyway, and there was an all, like, white crew there, except for, like, one black girl who used to work there. She's been working there for, like, 10 years, though, so they didn't get rid of her for some unknown reason, probably because she's a good worker. But literally everybody was gone. all the like tan people were gone. I'm like, wow, y'all really fired me, or tried to fire me and tried to start a problem with me because I was black, just like with my friend who got fired because he was black, and everyone else who was there who got fired because they were black. I'm like, wow, like that is so crazy. And she came in like she was so nice too. And I want to say that I don't blame her, because it was her, like, those were her orders to get, you know, some more white faces in there. But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't even be okay with that. Like, if I got hired onto a job and they're like, oh, we're hiring you so you can fire everybody and make sure like there are no more black people in here, I'd be like, what? Like, what is your problem? Like, what's wrong with you? So, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't blame her, but I mean, I guess I get it or whatever. But yeah, it was crazy. That was wild. I was like, wow, like, you are so psychotic. And the fact that she even like got on the phone and was crying and lying. Like, do you know there is a history of white women lying on people, lying on black men, saying they got raped, crying and doing all that? Like, there's a long history of white women lying on black people to get them in trouble. Just like all the people on the internet with the whole, like, what is it? Pagoda Becky and like Lemonade Becky, or like Barbecue Becky, whatever it was called. But yeah, literally like just bothering people and just like getting the law enforcement involved for no reason because somebody's black and living their life. So yeah, that's the end of my story. That is why I got fired from Burger King by a racist manager who was told to get all the black people out of there because we need more white faces in here, because the white faces are friendlier, obviously, according to these people. If you like this video and you want me to do more story times, comment down below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what other story times you want me to do. I do a lot of polls on Instagram where I'll see what people want me to do. So follow me on Instagram. All my social networks will be listed at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.